Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias. Well, if you saw my video on my experience at SMKW, you know that I picked up another medium toothpick by R.Cace. So this will be my 5th medium toothpick from R.Cace. So apparently I'm collecting medium toothpicks now, at least medium toothpicks by R.Cace. The very first one I picked up a long time ago was this one. I have shown it before, and that is the Amber Peach Seed Jig Bone, I think is the way it's usually referred to. And this is probably the flagship bone jigging done by R.Cace. If you are looking to collect knives of every pattern from R.Cace, this is the bone you will probably want to grab, the Amber Peach Seed Jig Bone. This is probably the most common bone used. Now they also have just about everything in yellow comp also, so that would be another good choice, is yellow composition. But if you're a bone person, this is the bone you'd probably end up choosing. Will it go up in value the most? Most likely not, but it is one of those patterns. It is their most common bone used, so you can get just about any R.Cace knife in this kind of bone, and it is a gorgeous bone, no doubt about it. Then the next one I picked up was this one here, which was the saw cut bone, and I really like it too. It's got a bomb shield. Really, I kind of wish they did not have the bomb shield in there. So often the side without the shield is my favorite side on the knife. But shields are a thing, especially in R.Cace knives, and also among traditional knives in general. The shield is often there. That is part of the branding, and that is part of the heritage of traditional pattern knives. Next one I got was the Bone Stag, 6.5 Bone Stag, and they did a gorgeous job on this one. And I have since found out that one of the reasons why the Bone Stag is a little more expensive than the other one, or other knives with bone handles, is because each knife is individually jigged by hand. These are not done by any kind of machine. They are jigged by hand individually, and then the burning, the torching of the bone is also done by hand. So each individual knife has that done, one at a time. And specific people are the ones who do it. They just have 1 or 2 people who actually do this bone jigging on their knives. So the Bone Stag, 6.5 Bone Stag, is one of those knives that is just a little more expensive and really worth grabbing. So that's another one, a great one to collect. But as you can tell, I collect patterns more so than by handle materials. So you're seeing a variety here. Now this one here is in the I believe it was the Green Apple Smooth Bone, and this one is also just fantastic. I really like it. I like the coloring, and I got one that matches very well from side to side. And I got this one through the I bought it online basically, so just happened to come perfect. Really nice case shield, and this is the enameled shield with the black background. Again, really well made. A little bit of wobble in this blade, nothing dramatic as far as I'm concerned, and no blade twisting going on. I had a person tell me that they have a problem with the R.Cace toothpicks where they have it seems like the blade is always twisted. I've never experienced that. I do know that somebody else says that they experience it all the time. I have never experienced it, so sometimes that's the way it goes though, so I don't know. In any case, some of you have already seen this. This is the 5th one that I have picked up. And when I was there, I was debating between this one here, See here, this is the way they are always marked. This was made May 5th, 2023. And what I have here is the Jade boned Kinfolk jig, uh, medium Texas toothpick. So you can see the number like we already have talked about at least 4 times in the past. The pattern number is the 094 bone, because that's what the 6 stands for. 1 is number of blades, and then the 0094 refers to the medium Texas toothpick. Yeah, well, let's get it out of the box. These are the new boxes also. Now, if the knife comes in a black box, it will be stainless steel. If it comes in, I think, a white box, it is carbon steel. That's the difference between the boxes. You'll see both black and white boxes. Stainless steel for the black, a white box, carbon steel. So this is a stainless steel knife. And this is the Jade Kinfolk jig. And all the Kinfolk knives have the tested double X shield going on with it. So that is a kind of a throwback shield for the Kinfolk line. And this is what they refer to as the Kinfolk jig. And notice what it is. It's nice long straight lines, very deep. It reminds me a little bit of the Deep Canyon jig, but it is not quite as deep as Deep Canyon. But you can see it is definitely very deep in there. One thing I wanted to mention when I was talking about the smooth bone, one of the spokespersons for R.Cace was on Cutlery Corner Network, and he actually mentioned that you don't see a lot of smooth bone out there, and the main reason you don't see smooth bone is because it is harder to hide imperfections in the smooth bone than it is in jig bone. So it is actually easier to create a knife with jigged bone than smooth bone handles. I would have not thought that being the case, but that's what they said, and I can kind of understand it a little bit, because you have all the, well, it's smooth. You can't hide anything around the shields or around the pins, or even where it matches up with the bolsters and stuff. If it's off, it's off, and then they've just got to get it smoothed down right. So it is harder, supposedly, to make a smooth bone knife than a jig bone knife. So anyway, just one thing I wanted to point out there that I had heard, and it was from one of the spokespersons from R.Cace. But with this knife, you can see is the green perfectly the same from side to side? No, this side is a little lighter. I guess I could have looked through a couple more boxes and get one to match a little bit better, but I felt that this was close enough, and I really did like this knife. It looked really good in the store. And everything fits really nice. You can see right there on the back side. If you notice, dropping down the middle, not perfectly. It definitely favors the back side, or the pile side, whichever way you want to call it, with the drop of the blade. But the blade opens really nicely. There is no wobble in the blade, and once again, it is nice and straight. I just love the way that blade looks. R.Cace makes a wonderful medium toothpick, and apparently I have more medium toothpicks by R.Cace than any other pattern of knife by R.Cace. Coming in second place is the Seahorse Whittler. I have 3 of the Seahorse Whittlers, so those are really good knives too. I really like those. I did not expect that the medium toothpick would be the knife I would be picking up. Part of the reason I pick up the medium toothpicks, though, is because they do not make a large toothpick, but they really do make a nice medium toothpick as far as I'm concerned. I will admit that they are definitely more expensive than a Rough Rider, about 3 times more expensive than a Rough Rider, and so I know they're not going to be for everyone. But the other thing you have to understand is, strangely, Rough Rider doesn't make that many medium toothpicks either. I've got every medium toothpick that Rough Rider makes, and that comes in at right around 8. And just about every year, Case comes out with a new medium toothpick. So they are in many ways keeping the medium toothpick alive. So if there's a Case knife that you're thinking maybe I should collect something from Case, maybe the medium toothpick is right up your alley, because there is quite a bit of knives, medium toothpicks that have been made in the past, and they continue to make them today, usually at least 2 or 3 a year. So definitely worth collecting, in my opinion. But yeah, they're going to cost more than Rough Rider. And I know some Rough Rider fans will always bash on Case, and maybe some of that bashing is legitimate. But I definitely like my Case medium toothpicks. As for the Case medium toothpick versus medium toothpicks from all sorts of other companies, especially those companies that make their knives in China or Pakistan, or even some medium toothpicks that are made here in the United States. Well, I think I'll hold that debate for another video. As for now, stick around for some slides, and I'll talk to you again soon. Let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with the Pious. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.